yesterday the Phillies announced that Big Jim will go up on the Wall of Fame come August. He'll be the 2016 inductee. We couldn't be happier for the former Phillies first baseman, who joins us now on the phone from outside Chicago, heading home from his son's baseball practice. Jim, Tom, Matt, and Ben here in Cincinnati. First of all, congratulations on this honor. I know you've had other honors before, but in Philadelphia, we're excited to not only see you, but also give you that honor at Citizens Bank Park.
Well, it's so great. It's, as I said, it's humbling. I mean, to get, to come to an organization that's had so many tremendous players over the years, and to be elected and selected to be a part of that great group is just, I mean, it's humbling. It's just so cool. Especially, I didn't play a long time in Philadelphia, but my time there sure was tremendous. And I go back to the very first day, the electrical workers, and just how people opened their arms up to me and my family. And the whole Philly experience for me was just a tremendous thing, no doubt.
Hey, Jim, Ben Davis here. Matt Stairs and I were talking before the game. I said, Matt, can you imagine having 612 doubles in your career? I said, let alone 612 homers. Has that really crossed your mind about how many home runs you've hit?
As it goes on, and you guys know this, we get into the grind. You have to be blessed to play a long time. Eddie Murray told me a long time, longevity is the key to a good career, and I feel blessed. I was fortunate to play a long time. I stayed healthy for the most part, and I will say this, you're only as good as your teammates around you, because I was blessed in Cleveland with the Albert Bell, Manny Ramirez's, the David Justice, Matt Williams, and then going to Philadelphia, same with Abreu and Burrell and Lieberthal and Jimmy Rollins up front. So I could go on about every organization, but I will say this. Your career is kind of a testament to the teammates around you and how well we pushed each other to become better.
So out of all those home runs, do you remember all of them?
I remember the fastballs, and Matty, and I will say this, you kind of set the bar high looking for that fastball and letting her loose, so I followed in your shoes in that regard. It was great. You do remember everyone, but I got to say, 612 of them, there's a few I probably missed, no doubt.
Well, we're showing a highlight right now, Jimmy, of the walk-off home run you had in 2012 against the Tampa Bay Rays, the opposite field home run, and that sort of set...
against McGee.
Yeah, against Jake McGee. Yeah, that sort of sent... You do remember all of them.
I do.
That sort of sent you into a few weeks of really finding your power again. Those home runs in Minnesota. Remember the home run ball when you lost it in the flower pots in Minnesota, and Rod Gardenhire sent somebody up looking for it?
I do, and that was so special to get that. I think it was 10 days where we went out, or 7 days we went out and played interleague, and to get those at-bats and start to feel comfortable. My time in Philly, the last stint that I had, I will say it gave me a true appreciation for what these guys do pinch hitting. You're coming in the 8th, 9th inning, you're facing the best relievers, whether they're a lefty or righty. I always hoped that starter would stay in about the 6th or 7th inning, and a big situation would come up where I could face the starter except for the reliever. But it was an experience, and I got to tell you, being around the guys that I kind of grew up with when I signed, and to watch them win a World Series, even though I moved on, and watching Charlie and all of those guys that I called my brothers, it was like for me that I wanted as well. I just wasn't a part of it. But the whole experience in Philly was tremendous. And I always say, if you can play in Philadelphia, you can play anywhere. It's a unique city, but the one thing they love is for you to play hard. If you do that, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's very true. You look at your numbers throughout your career, and a 276 hitter, the number that I absolutely love is the 1,747 walks. 1,747 walks. Did you hit off the fastball until 2 strikes, or basically did you hit off the? You just made adjustments, right?
Well, you're right, Matt. I and I tell guys now, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I didn't want to cover everything. Hitting a baseball is too hard anyway. So my game plan was I wanted to know how hard they threw, what their fastball was, and then what would they throw me the second pitch to get me out. And until I felt like 2 strikes, I felt like I was in control. And also getting on the plate, it created pitchers to throw more fastballs because they didn't have a whole lot of room to throw a strike, and I had it covered, I felt. So, there's, as you guys know better than anybody, there are the ups and downs, but I think if you simplify it and put yourself in a position to hit off the heater, everything else will flow.
Jim, you mentioned Charlie early in the conversation. What did he mean to you?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, words can't describe. I mean, this guy from day one, he supported me. He pounded his fist on tables during meetings. I was a kid out of the Midwest. I couldn't pull the ball. I remember in Charlotte, I was hitting 350, was leading the league in hitting at that point in like June. And me and Charlie would have talks about, okay, when you're going to go to the big leagues. And Charlie would say to me, you're not ready yet. You're not ready. And I looked at him like, geez, I'm hitting 350. But he knew that I could not pull the ball consistently. And when he opened me up, when he got me on the plate and opened me up and freed my hips, and I had plate coverage, I think what happened is my hips and my hands freed up. And then the next thing you know, I guess what happened. But he kind of did that with J-Roll, with Jimmy Rollins, and he did it with Ryan. Working down through the minor leagues before he became a manager. So words can't describe what this man is, Matty. I love him, been a father figure, and I would do anything for him.
Well, Jim, we appreciate it very much. We look forward to seeing you in August. It's going to be a great day, and I'm sure we'll see Charlie as well. But thanks for all you did for Philadelphia heading into Citizens Bank Park and even before that, and we look forward to seeing you in August.
I miss you guys, and I sure look forward to that day. It's going to be very special.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Jim Thome, the newest addition to the Phillies Wall of Fame this August.